Haryana senior schools are now going to be reopening next week. Students, however, will have to produce a negative COVID-19 test report. This is applicable to classes 10 and 12 that are now going to be resuming from the 14th of December. Mohammad Ghazali, tracking all the details of the story, now joins us. Ghazali, very interesting developments that you're reporting. Classes 10 and 12 to resume from the 14th of December, 9 and 11 from the 21st of December. And students will have to produce a COVID negative report in order to be able to go to school.
Yeah, certainly the Directorate of School Education has issued these orders, and the orders clearly say that before attending the school, the students will have to go for a medical checkup at the nearest primary healthcare center or the community healthcare center in their location, nearest to their location. And after procuring those medical certificate or the report saying that the candidate or the student is COVID negative, then only they will be allowed to attend the school. And we have been given to understand through that directorate later, it clearly says that one has to go for medical checkup, but at the end of the letter it also says that you'll have to show, or the certificate should write or mention that you are COVID negative. So this is one thing which the government has ensured this time, that students who have to attend the school will have to carry the COVID negative report. Other than that, some old measures or the instructions which were being followed earlier as well, like you'll have to get the parents' consent letter. Without their consent you can't come and attend the classes, and this order holds true for both government and private schools. But we also spoke to some officers within the department. They said that it is not something like an order for private school also to open it up. It's voluntary. They will have to check out if they have system and precautions in place to ensure that social distancing
what about teachers? What about support staff? What about transportation rules for students to get to their schools? I mean, there are a whole host of logistical questions at the moment as well, Ghazali.
See, like earlier, what the government used to say that it is still voluntary with your parents' consent. So students who don't want to come to schools, they can attend the online classes. When it comes to transportation and bus services, they'll ensure that social distancing is maintained there. But the biggest concern is that if a student gets a COVID negative report and is allowed to enter the school, what if he catches COVID 3 days later? So will it be a repeated COVID test for students? That has not been clarified yet. With same set of instructions, the schools reopened in Haryana earlier also, like last month in November. And then we saw that how more than 100 students got COVID. So still the orders have not been received by every district education officer within each district. So they will speak to private schools. They will ensure that systems are in place to check that that students don't catch COVID. So once each district will have their own set of instructions as well. So once they receive it, then the picture will get more clear that how the government is trying to ensure that despite reopening the schools, the students are not at risk.
All right, Ghazali, appreciate you joining us with all those details. So Haryana, they're reopening schools, of course, on a voluntary basis. Classes 10 and 12 can resume physical classes from the 14th of December. For classes 9th to 11th, it resumes from the 21st of December. This is strictly on a voluntary basis. Online classes will also continue. However, the rider is that students have to produce a COVID negative certificate in order to be able to go back to school.